Hi. How's everybody? So Dave and I are having a fireside chat, and I have a few props here. Just a little fire in the back. You know? I have this picture of a mug of jasmine tea with Aria, the boat that we sail. Some of you have sailed on with me, and I hope that many more of you will as we go forward here. And I have my little Buddha here sitting on top of the oranges. This is the Buddha that holds the weight of the earth, sort of bent over, but there's something about this guy that I like. He's sort of, he's good. And a couple of oranges to keep everybody happy. A little bit of. So, this continues to be an amazing journey, and I feel like it's been a while since I've had a message that I wanted to give or felt like I was comfortable giving, and because it's been down for a while. It was like who remember that book, Been Down So Long, It Looks Like Up to Me. I was there. Every time I would get a report, it would be the numbers would go up. That numbers that are supposed to go down or were going up, and the ones that were supposed to go up were going down, and I felt like, what's happening, what's happening, and I got to a point where last week, I mean, the technical stuff is crazy, but I was over the last couple of weeks, I was in a situation where they would take what used to take 2 hours or 3 hours of infusion time, of hospital time, was taking 3 days, where I had a little bit of an allergic reaction, which meant that I had a red face from here to here, which is was not a big deal, but somehow I got into the fray of Mass General, and I got into a protocol. And when you get into a protocol in a hospital, it means it's like, probably many of you have been there, or hopefully not too many. Toby, go lie down. Go on, go lie down. And it meant that I would go in and have a scratch test one day, and I have to spend the night, and then I come back the next day, and they would hook me up with wires, and I would have. They put me in a room where anything that could ever go wrong with you, they would have a way to fix it. And I had wires all over me, really. It's literally this harness. I'd lie there, and because I had I blushed, I told a dirty joke, and I embarrassed myself, and then told the doctor. That was probably that was probably my mistake, but. So it was being cautious, and but then every 15 minutes, for 8 or 9 hours, a nurse would come in and take my pulse and my temperature, and ask me if I was okay, and they would at the same time be monitoring me with all of this high-tech equipment, and I'd do that for basically it took a 2-day period, so 3 days, what used to take 3 or 4 hours turned into 3 days, and it felt like it was consuming my life a little bit, and it was. This has been the fact is, cancer is consuming. It has consumed me in many ways, many of them good ways, but also. There have been moments. There have been moments of a little bit of, not so much fear, but consternation. Just what the hell's going on? And when, where is it? So anyhow, here's where it is. I went back in last week, and I had a CAT scan. The CAT scans are the gold standard. That's when you see the picture of what all these tumors look like. And for me, it's my liver is where they mostly show up, but it's also lungs and other places, and instead of the numbers being bad, they were at least neutral. I had no growth, a little bit of growth here, a little bit of shrinkage there, but the bottom line, no growth. We stopped this thing, and I thought, I felt like I could breathe again. It was sort of breathing room. And it's like I have breathing room. It's exactly like that. And so I thought about then. So okay, what do you do with this breathing room? And I thought, what I'm going to do, and what I am going to do, is next week I'm going to go and spend go in on Sunday and come out on Saturday. Spend a full week with Master Lee. And I said to him, I want everything. I want it all on the table. I want you to let's figure out all of the treatments that we have been doing, and add whatever you think makes sense. And let's go for it. And so I have this image in my mind, and the image is, I've been feeling like I've been climbing this mountain, and I've come to, and it's just been a struggle. So I've come to this place where it's either the top of a foothole the top of a ridge going up further, or I've come to the top of the ridge, and I feel like this is a ridge. There are mountains all around me, but I've come up to this place where I want to push it over the top, and that's that's my intention, and I'll say it out loud, that with the help of Master Lee and the thousands of bright lights of that are all of you and the people that have helped me there. I've gotten so much strength from so many places. It's humbling, and that's a message that, and I feel like I've said this before, but it's humbling. So anyhow, that's the deal. I'm going to the mountain with Yoda, and I feel like Yoda wants to. He's got a cave for me to sit in, and I'm going to sit in that cave, and I'm going to think I'm going to think health. I'm going to think about all of the ways that I can bring a new spring into my body, and it's appropriate that it's snowing 18 inches outside right now, because I do feel like this may be the last big storm of the season, and we know that a few flowers have popped in a few places. So next week will be a flowering week for me, and I promise I'll come back and tell you what it feels like. And I could be full of shit. Maybe it's just a bump in the road. Who knows? but I'm happy about it. I'm happy to share it with you. So that's what I have to say.